Now, 9 charges against Egyptian men accused over a 2023 migrant boat disaster off Greece have been dropped today. The Greek court said it had no jurisdiction to hear the case as the shipwreck happened in international waters. The case concerned the sinking of the Adriana fishing trawler on the 14th of June last year, when more than 500 people are believed to have died. Well, let's get the very latest live from Athens on all of this. Nathalie Savaricas is with me. Nathalie, tell us first of all a bit more about why the judge did dismiss this case.
Well, she basically followed the recommendations not only of the defense teams, but also the prosecutor. They all recommended that Greece did not have the required jurisdiction to try this case. Usually in criminal cases, what happens is there needs to be the principle of nationality or territoriality. Ideally, the victims or the defendants need to be of the nationality of the country or that the crime itself occurred in its territory, and neither were actually present. Now, the presiding judge, Eftichia Kodaratu, interviewed the Egyptian men known now as the Pylos 9 because of this town was the closest to the shipwreck, mostly in their 20s. They all declared their innocence and even wondered why they were there. They claimed to be migrants and trying to get to Italy. And she basically agreed, and that's in her ruling, she acknowledged that there were no Greeks on board. It was not under a Greek flag, the trawler itself, and all the documents refer to the vessel being 47 nautical miles away, that is outside of Greece's territorial waters, hence dismissing the case and freeing the Egyptian men.
Nathalie, what kind of reaction has there been to the dismissing of this trial so far?
Well, I can tell you that already, these men were held in pre-trial detention for 11 months. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch were also condemning their detention for a very long time because of various issues. So there were a lot of crowds there gathered, jubilating at the verdict, essentially even a march in favor of these refugees and the migrants, and very much condemning EU policy and, of course, the illegal pushbacks that they claim to have been taking place over the years against migrants and refugees trying to get to the European Union. At the same time, they claim that another investigation into the responsibility of the Greek Coast Guard should kind of proceed as well. It's very much in its preliminary stage, and a lot of reports have surfaced that the Greece actually knew of this trawler navigating close to its seas well in advance, that the Coast Guard could have saved these people and actually could be responsible for the capsizing of the ship itself. Of course, the most important bit is also the procedural bit on how the testimonies were collected. And reports have issued that have come to surface that the Coast Guard were present when these testimonies were collected and that were being conflicted later when the Coast Guard was not present. So a lot at stake. The preliminary investigation needs to continue, according to the Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, into claims of what could the Greek state's responsibility be in this Mediterranean tragedy.
Nathalie Savaricas, live in Athens. Thanks very much indeed.